Jack Huczek in the center of the box, dressed in black. Kane down the line with a nice shot. Overheard Kane talking right before this match, saying that he feels as good as he's ever felt. Yesterday in the post-game interview, Russ, he said that he had a chip on his shoulder, asked him why, and he was talking about how close he came to almost losing that match. There's a short serve. That match a couple weeks ago in San Diego. How do you see this match shaping up, and why do you see it shaping up like that?
I don't know too much about the chip on Waselenchuk's shoulder, about being taken to a 12-10 fifth game tiebreaker by Carson, and 2 weeks before that, being taken to an 11-6 tiebreaker by Carson. So I think his competitiveness is coming out. His streak was in danger of being unstreaked. The Kane train rolls on. I see this as good as Jack Huczek has played. Kane, the last few times, taking him to 4 once. I see Kane winning this in 3 and getting his so-called revenge on Rocky Carson tomorrow in the finals. But then again, I picked Rocky Carson in 3 in the earlier match. So take it for what it's worth. I mean, it's not going on a limb picking Kane Waselenchuk in 3. He hasn't lost to a human being in 2.5 years. And the 3 years before that, he was 29-4, 49-1, and 34-0. So to pick him doesn't take rocket science. Maybe we'll do some Kane nicknames once again.
Yeah, we've got a few good ones. We'll run down them as we go. We've also got the racket that Kane is auctioning off. The current high bid is $400. There's a shot. Good get from Jack. Kane goes wide. Jack's got it. No. Looked like he was going to get there. Unable to find that ball. The crowd loving the action. Early in game number 1, 2 serving 0. Again, the finals are tomorrow. We're going to have a boys 18 and under final at 10 o'clock. Kane down the left-hand side rather. Now got that off the back wall. And with a nice flat shot on 1 foot, the crowd loves the action. The racket that Kane has right now, you could also have. He is auctioning that racket off for charity to the highest bidder. Bids are taken at info@irtnetwork.com, info@irtnetwork.com. We'll get him to autograph it, put it in the mail, and send it to you. It's not just a racket, it's literally the racket that he's playing with.
And it is, John Scott, the Pro Kinetic KM 700 racket, 170 grams.
You also, with that, get a 2-year subscription to the IRT network. If you're already a subscriber, we will add 2 years to your service. You won't have to pay for a subscription until 2013 or 14. There's a nice serve. Oh, and Kane comes up short there and skips that ball. Kane last night had something that I don't know that I've ever seen. I'm sure it's been done. I just haven't seen it. Where he had 2 second serve ace serves in a row. Very impressive to pull out a second serve ace serve once and then to do it again in a row. That's pretty impressive. Z serve to Kane's backhand. Jack leaves that one up just a little bit. Kane pulls it down on the left-hand side, and Jack is right there.
Just as a reminder, Kane's streak is at 94 matches in a row. Hasn't lost since January of 2009, I believe, to Alvaro Beltran.
That was out in Canoga Park,
Los Angeles, California. I think the person who actually beats Kane will probably be noted more for that win than his whole racquetball career, especially if it's you.
Yeah, I would be a one-hit wonder on the court. Kane settling in for a drive serve, bringing the heat, catches the sidewall, and then tries to take a whole lot off of that. Kane skipping quite a few more shots than normal. 1 serving 4, giving Jack some opportunity. Racquetball's Hitman, hitmanracquetball.com. That's Jack Huczek. There's Z serve to the backhand side. Kane with the splat. Jack with a re-rip. Kane pushes to the backcourt. Jack down the line. Kane's right there. Back and forth they go, and Jack skips that one 2 feet from the front wall. Knows he missed an opportunity there.
Kane Waselenchuk turned pro in 2000, has a hockey background, was drafted as a pro hockey player from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, currently living in Austin, Texas, born 1981. Jack Huczek from Rochester, Michigan, now living in Trophy Club, Texas.
Hello to Earl, Littleton, Colorado.
Jack Huczek married to the former Christy Van Hees, now Christy Huczek. They have a beautiful daughter. Christy, the former #1 women's player in the world. Jack also has his MBA in marketing.
There's a nice serve, return kill. The crowd loves it. Huge serves, flat rollouts from 38 feet. 5 serving 1.
We saw the quickness of Ben Croft earlier with his dives and retrieving ability. Kane seems to take 1 or 2 quick short steps, kind of like a hockey player on a breakaway, and just flat rolls out a ton of shots. That's a great return by Jack Huczek.
That was, because that was a very hard straight-in serve looking for the corner. Jack realized that he needed to cut it off or it was going to stick the corner. Not only makes a good get, but a great shot. Yeah, one thing that you don't see a lot of from Kane versus Ben, they're definitely the 2 of the fastest players on tour. Ben dives a lot more. And Kane doesn't. Other than that, though, they both get to quite a few shots.
Kane with a Rocky Carson outdoor shot. And then an indoor racquetball shot down the line backhand at 140, 50 miles an hour. 7-1, Waselenchuk coming out strong here in the semifinals for the right to meet Rocky Carson tomorrow in the finals at 12 noon Eastern Time.
Second serve, Kane in the center of the box. He's going to go with a lob serve, kind of a cut Z serve. Jack puts it down.
Jack with some smooth strokes, especially with his backhand. His backhand pinch is really, really good, especially inside the short line.
How have these guys matched up head-to-head, Russ, overall?
Well, actually, Jack Huczek has the most wins of any player against Kane Waselenchuk, total of 6. 1 was a forfeit, but he does have a total of 6 wins against Kane Waselenchuk. Unfortunately, they've played 38 times. So Kane is 32-6 against Huczek. And obviously, Kane hasn't lost in 2.5 years. So everyone's trying to be the next person to beat the Kane train.
Kane winds up, goes wide. There's a nice wide angle. Turns Jack inside out. My best winning percentage over a top pro is over Shane Vanderson. I beat him when I was 16 years old in a match in Ohio, and I beat him in a sponsored doubles event. I'm counting both of those as a win, even though they were about 15 years apart. So I am 2-0 against Shane, and I'm going to try to never play him again.
Well, actually, John, I have a winning record over Jason Menino and Sudsy Munchak, but I stopped playing them when they were 13.
Jack with a big shot. Oh, wow. Jack shaking his head because he knows he got away with one. Kane yelling at the ball. Coach Winterton sitting right outside, just off of camera right in behind Charlie Pratt.
Nice touch shot by Huczek.
3 serving 8 on the Echelon scoreboard. That's a pretty shot.
Not too much margin for error.
Hello to Deb Pratt.
Huczek with a crowd pleaser.
That's the biggest response we've got out of the crowd this match so far. There's a short serve.
Packed house here, John Scott.
Absolutely, it's packed. High lob serve. Kane off the back glass. Goes to the right. And then into the left-hand side. Nice wide angle pass. 8 serving 3. Purple ball guts.
Jack shatters the ball.
Pro Pin HD ball guts all over the court. You know, come to think about it, I don't think there's a broken ball in the Rocky Bin match at all. May have been one. So somebody writing in, Russ, asking a question to you, saying that, you know, we say on the air a lot of times that Kane is one of, if not the best players of all time, and wants to know who else is would be considered, you know, within that mix. Obviously, Cliff Swain. Who else would you consider in the top, you know, 3, 4, 5 players of all time?
Yeah, 5 or 6, and we'll go chronologically. Charlie Brumfield would be in the top 5 or 6 as far as I'm concerned. Charlie won 5 national pro titles in the early years of racquetball, including the early years of Marty Hogan. Then you have to consider Marty Hogan.
I said greatest of all. I'm just kidding.
And also Mike Yellen would be in that category. So those 3 would be in the earlier years of racquetball. After that, I would throw in, obviously, Cliff Swain, Suzy Munchak, and Kane Waselenchuk. So those would be 6, not in any special order. And if you want to know the order that Charlie...
Loves the action here. You can hear him screaming.
And Kane must have heard me because I didn't put that in the order that he liked, and showed why many people consider him to be the greatest player of all time. But we'll never know.
We'll have that on head instant replay. Look at that great shot from Huczek. 3 serving 8. 3 serving 9.
Maybe by the end of the year, John Scott, we may have a Sports Nation type survey as to who our fans think is the greatest player of all time, but they also have to text in why. Not just pick somebody because they saw them play. And we'll give them that criteria.
Oh, wow! That ball catches. The ball catches the sidewall and flat rolls.
Yeah, well, Kane hits a lot of those because he contacts everything by his ankle, so he will get a lot of cracks. Yeah, if Kane adds that deception on his serve, he's going to break more and more records. The one thing about Kane Waselenchuk in the argument of the greatest players of all time, he's the only one still playing. All the other candidates are retired.
Or just heavy. Sudsy. I really want to get Sudsy back on the court. I think I can take him.
I think even now he'd give you a double donut. But then again, before he gave you a double donut, he may eat one of them.
Some good defense.
Or actually a bagel, since Sudsy's in the bagel business now.
Some good defense going by both of these players, mixing up with great offense. There's a nice shot. Jill writing in, wanting to know who the best defensive player of all time. I think Mike Guidry is one of those I thought was very, very good. Very quick, very defensive.
I might be a little partial to a bunch of players, but Guidry is definitely in that mode. I think Jason Menino might be considered a real good defensive player.
El Presidente of the IRT.
If someone wants to email, text in who they think it is, feel free to refresh our memories.
Shane Vanderson says he thinks it's him. Kane from the knees looking for his 11th point, goes cross court. Jack's right there. 11th point. Kane wins 11-3 in 16 and a half minutes. Game number 1 in the books. Game number 2 coming up in just a moment as we are live on the IRT network.
Booyah! Take good care of this one.
Looks like your best one yet.
All right, everybody, hello and welcome back. Game number 2 on the way. They got started a little quick. We were trying to get Charlie's attention. Hate having to cut those commercials at the end, but can't miss the action here.
Penalty in the call on the first rally against Jack Huczek.
Jack Huczek, one of the best doubles players I've ever played in my life against.
Once again, Scott, where are we going to be next week?
Next week, we're going to be at the Mona Vi Salt Lake City Pro-Am, the first Tier 1 pro stop ever in Salt Lake City. We're going to be there, and the finals, once again, Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday evening, I should say.
Semifinals.
The semifinals are in the morning. The finals are Saturday around 7. I believe that's Mountain Time. A Saturday semi, a Saturday final. The very next week will be in St. Louis, Missouri, at the Missouri Athletic Club. Some special guest announcers will join us there as well. I plan on being in the finals of the women's B division.
And that guest announcer, one of them will be Sudsy Munchak, correct?
Absolutely.
Jack on the board first at 1-0, I believe. Kane sticking to the drive serve.
Second serve, Kane. Back down to the drive serve stance. See if he goes back to the left-hand side. He goes to the left off of a, oh wow, off of a Z serve. Jack tries to roll the ball out through the left calf of Kane Waselenchuk.
Nice play by both players.
Waselenchuk back down in the drive serve stance. Into the left-hand side. Goes up top. Jack off the back wall. Down the line. Looks like, yep, skipped that shot.
Kane Waselenchuk with a ceiling ball. I think Kane's going to hit about as many ceiling balls as Ben Croft had technicals in the previous match. One-two, Huczek. High-zing Waselenchuk's backhand.
Kane cuts that off. Tracks it down. Jack was right there, but unable to get to that shot. Two serving one, 24 minutes old. Battle of number one versus number four. Kane, drive serve to the forehand side, short. Second serve. Into the left-hand side. Kane spins around and puts that down. Charlie Pratt says it skipped. Jack off balance just a little bit. He's got to get things tied up right here and pull a game out. High nick lob to the backhand side. Kane cuts it off down the line and skips it. Jack has tied it up. Two serving two, 25 minutes old.
Two skips in a row by Waselenchuk off his backhand. Huczek might have found a serve that works.
Jack off the Z serve. Kane cuts it off, wants the hinder, or wants the encroachment, no call. Kane now off the side wall. Jack leaves that one up, and Kane makes him pay. Good shot from Kane.
Jack with an opportunity to let it slide by.
Kane from the center of the box, looking to get in a groove. Try serve down the left-hand side, off the back wall, now through the legs of Jack. Jack dives off the ground.
Skipped it.
And skips the ball, thought he had it. Three serving three. Up. Jack was trying to get over there. Kane shot the ball too far to the right-hand side. And the man in black was out of position. Kane with a 1-point lead. 4 serving 3. Drives over to the backhand to the forehand side. Sticks the corner. And we're going to have a replay call. Not sure what Charlie's telling him in there, Russ.
I think Jack thought it might have been 2 bounces. Charlie explained to him that he called a replay. That's my guess.
There's a nice serve into the corner. Oh, wow, what a nice serve. Catches the corner. Jack started going forward. Found himself off balance. 5-3, Z serve. Wow, what a shot. Holy cow. Jack was pinned against that back wall and somehow found a way to get it off. Unbelievable shot.
Yeah, that's a tremendous defensive kill shot. Jack sticking to that high lob nick to Kane's backhand. Had 2 unforced errors earlier. 2 out of 3's not bad.
Kane just steps up, cuts that ball right off and buries it. 5 serving 3. Look for Kane to step on the gas. See if Jack can keep up with it. You're going to hear the fans heckling Charlie.
Kane saying, I hit a shot like that, you call it a skip. Jack hits it, you call it good. The fans letting Charlie know. Kane with a weak return, setting up Jack. Jack putting it away.
Jack now 1 point away from tying it up. 4 serving 5. High lob serve. Kane cuts it off, buries it in the corner. I don't believe I'd be Nick lobbing Kane at all. He's got that cut off. He's got that short hop. I think you got to stick with the Rocky Carson serves. You know, just the straight ends, change the pace, and just go at him.
Oh,
don't just get the ball in on a good lob serve.
Well, the reason Jack's doing that nick is he got 2 skips from Kane earlier this game. And the last 3 times he got 3 flat rollout kill shots. So he's still at 40%, which is not bad, but diversity is the key. I don't think Jack's going to go to that serve again.
Diversity is the key, and according to Ron Burgundy, an old wooden ship. If anybody saw that movie, Pablo looks at me like, what? There's a great Z serve wrap around. Jack stays with it, buries it in the left corner. Finds himself back in the box. Jack in the box at 4 serving 7. Kane wants a skip. Pablo says skip. It looked like it skipped from here, Russ. Could you tell?
Well, I thought it skipped, but so did Kane and Pablo. But the only person who mattered, Charlie Pratt, thought it was good. Jack did change his serve, as you noticed.
Ball must have been good. Jason Thorner texted me and saying that was a good call.
And he should know because he is tied. Jason Thorner is tied with Dave Sable as the 2nd best referee of all time on the IRT Tour.
And as the 2nd worst. Oh, boy. Double dribble from Kane. He almost skips that ball out of the court. And it's tied. 7 serving 7. Jack's going to stick with that serve. Jack out to dry. He knows that he was.
Opportunity for Huczek to take the lead.
No kidding. He knows he missed a big opportunity there. Hey to Clay out in St. Louis. Clay, thanks a lot for watching on the IRT Network. Kane down the line, drive serve. Off the back wall now with a big setup on the forehand side. And another missed opportunity. Seven serving seven.
Sloppy game by Waselenchuk. Opportunity for Huczek. Still keeping your hopes of your prediction alive.
I had a prediction on this. Kane down the line. Oh! Jack's really off his game right now. Shooting some blanks out there. Finding the floor before he finds the front wall.
Players playing awfully close. No hinder call, and rightfully so.
Kane down the line serve. Jack cross court. Kane started to stumble a little bit, stays with it, puts it down, good control. Looked like he may have slipped or something on a wet spot. 9 serving 7. Actilon scoreboard says that Kane Waselenchuk 2 points away from taking game number 2. Oh boy, that's a bad shot from Jack. Jack off of that skip takes a timeout at 10 serving 7. Kane comes out. He's talking to his coach right now, Coach Winterton. What are some of the things, in the post-game interview, Russ, Kane was saying a lot of times they may not even talk racquetball. Sometimes they do. It just depends on the mindset. Right now at 10-7, what are some of the things that you think that they're over there talking about?
Well, knowing Jim Winterton, they could be talking about fishing or how good Jim Winterton used to be in the 60s and 70s. But I think Jim Winterton's main job in analyzing Kane's game is to just pick the points in his game that can make him better. I don't think he's going to give him any strategy here, like saying serve to the left, serve to the right, lob or whatever. Also trying to keep his intensity, because Kane has dominated for so long that sometimes after you beat somebody X amount of times in a row, you just can't come in as intense because you actually think you're as good as people say you are. So if you don't read your own press clippings, that would be better. So it's more, Jim is more of a, he's an excellent coach, don't get me wrong, but sooner or later, some of the guys on the Pro Tour are going to catch up to Kane, like Rocky has the last 2 times he played him. And Kane wouldn't have hired Coach Winterton if he didn't think he needed him.
Hello to Denny out in California, saying hello to Pobbs and myself and Russ. Cliff Swain saying that honorable mention of best defensive player goes to Ruben Gonzalez.
I was going to mention Ruben, but I didn't want to mention 2 of the 3 players that I've coached. So since I mentioned Jason, I figured I'd leave Ruben off. But I thank Cliff. And actually, Cliff was so good offensively that nobody mentions him defensively. But he could play some defense when he wants. Game 2 to Kane Waselenchuk.
Waselenchuk wins game number 2. He is up 2-0. Game 3 right around the corner. We're going to bring it right to you in just a moment after these messages on the IRT Network.
Ready for game 3? Kane Waselenchuk up 2-0. Will be serving for game 3. The winner of this plays Rocky Carson tomorrow at noon Eastern Time.
Game 3 underway. Short serve right off the bat. You may have seen Kim Roy on camera throwing out some energy drinks. That's not just any energy drink. That's the Mana V energy drink. Mana V, the title sponsor of next week's Salt Lake City Pro-Am. That is the Mana V Salt Lake City Pro-Am next week. Once again, I'm stoked because the finals are on a Saturday night. Love that idea. This match 41 minutes old. Kane down the line, doesn't get it past the women's tee box. Set it up and do it again. Second serve. Z serve. Jack. Wow, what a nice shot. High lob serve. Kane goes cross court. Jack's right there. Kane on the run with his knees almost on the ground. And a nice flip shot into the corner.
Speaking of Kane's knees on the ground, this is the first time I've not seen him wear a knee pad.
Charlie Sheen would currently say that Kane is winning. He's by winning. A good. We need to get that soundbite. Look at that. Kane is on a roll. The Kane train.
Oh, speaking of the Kane train, this may be a good time to give everyone some of the Kane nicknames that are trying to derail the Kane train, such as Insane Kane, Caneomania, Kane Demonium, No Kane, No Gain, the Caniac, Canetics, and the Canadian.
I like Candy Cane.
Candy Cane?
No, I don't actually. Kane is absolutely on fire right now.
Ridiculous touch shots. That's 3 or 4 unbelievable touch shots for Kane to put away against a guy with Huczek's quickness. Kane scoring points in bunches, as they say.
I just got a text from Mike Green that says he loves your Kane train.
Well, so do I, and I'm waiting for someone to come up with something that can derail that. Since no one seems to be derailing Kane on the court, let's see if they could come up with something a little better. We are going to be having nicknames for other pro players by the end of this year.
We've already been given one for Sudsy, and that is Seabiscuit.
Kane just going through this game.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 serving 0. I'd like to see Jack turn the tides, push things to a 4th or 5th game, but Kane right now has done a really good job, I think, recognizing that he's missing a few shots when he's really putting the steam down. So he's focused a little bit more on control. Interesting change of gears from Waselenchuk.
I think probably that's what Coach Winston told him. Say, Kane, you have to change gears. So it seems to be working.
So far, so good. Into the corner. Jack fights that one off. Kane's right there, but 2 bounce call.
Jack with an opportunity here to get on the board.
It's a good shot. Jack is on the board.
Came with a Rocky Carson outdoor freak shot, which doesn't work. Jack just crushes it with his
Not
forehand.
unless your name is Rocky Carson. Six serving 1. Linda has some good ones, but I can't read them on the air. I had to put the mics on mute right there. Somebody's going to get yelled at for a flash on that serve. Kane goes down the line.
We could tell Linda that we like her nicknames for Kane, but we can't read them on the air. Jack back in the game against Kane at 3-6.
Want to thank PDS Systems, Perconti Data Systems Incorporated, for providing funding. Also to Core Engineering and Construction, full-service engineering and construction firm specializing in civil and environmental engineering.
Sal Perconti, owner of Perconti Data Systems, one of the fine players here in Tampa, Florida, and Harlan Faircloth, owner of Core Engineering, playing in the Open and A division here in Tampa, Florida.
Three serving 7. Somebody asking where the current bid for the racket auction is. It's at $400. The racket that Kane is using right now, a game-used racket. You see what he's doing in there with it? If you auction and you're the high bidder, maybe you could do the same thing. Probably not, but you can always try. If not, it'd be something cool to put in a trophy case. Current high bidder is $400. The winner wins the game-used autographed racquetball racket with the proceeds going to Hosperis of Louisville. Email your bid at info@irtnetwork.com. There's a short serve. Also, the winner will receive a 2-year IRT Network subscription, so a $400 value. Right now, the current bid is $400 from Tim. Kane down the line. Jack gets tied up and aced.
Kane doing another second serve ace, even though that might not be considered an ace because Jack did touch it, but it's almost an ace.
8 serving 3. Short serve. That's just some good racquetball right there, Russ. Good serve, return, and kill.
He didn't even have to kill that. He hit what we call a Fran Davis kill. It's a pass kill. Gives yourself margin for error. You know the guy can't get it. Just hit it hard down the line. The money shot down the line.
Serve down the line once again. Kane moves back, goes cross court. Jack's right there, has to go up top. Big opportunity for Kane on the forehead. Mean, angry forehand into the corner. Gives Kane his 10th point.
Kane saying something to the crowd. 10 serving 3, match point.
10 serving 3.
Once again, finals tomorrow will be Rocky Carson versus the winner of this match. Kane Waselenchuk at match point.
Kane off the back wall. Oh, and skips the ball in. Jack's got some life.
Reprieve.
3 serving 10.
Reprieve for Huczek for a while.
High lob. Kane cuts it off. Skips the ball. 4th point goes to Jack. 4 serving 10. 50 minutes old exactly is this match. High lob once again. Kane down the line. Jack's right there. Goes up top. Kane retreats back from 37 with a nice cut shot. Catches the sidewall. Almost dies, but Jack stays with it and puts it down. 5 serving 10. Kane goes cross court, then skips that one. Look for Kane to take a timeout somewhere in here.
I don't think so.
He'll take a timeout more than likely on his next side out. He may not, but if he's going to take a timeout, he'll probably do it the next time he gets his side out. Kane cuts that off, skips that ball, losing focus a little bit. Jack has clawed back from 10-3. Now at 10-7. High lob. Kane off the back wall, puts it down, and there's the timeout from Kane.
Timeout, John Scott.
Man, I am a genius. Timeout on the court, 52 minutes old.
Either that or you saw Coach Winterton telling him to call a timeout.
10-7 is this current match. 10 serving 7 on a timeout.
Once again, the finals are tomorrow at 12 noon. And next week we will be in Salt Lake City, Utah. And the week after that, St. Louis, Missouri, with guest commentator Sudsy Munchak and tournament director Shari Copeland.
The Manavai Salt Lake City Pro-Am is next week. And if you haven't seen the commercial with Anthony Herrera and Gearbox, make sure you check it out. Some people asking who that was that Anthony was shooting at. His name is Joel. He's a part of the Gearbox family. Joel Avrando. See. Joel's a great guy in the Gearbox family. If you missed a commercial here, you can check it out on YouTube. Very funny. Or on their website at gearboxrb.com. That's right, I just did a commercial promoting a commercial.
Back to the action. 10-7, match point. Huczek not ready to give up. 7 serving 10. Third match point for Kane Waselenchuk for the right to meet Rocky Carson tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Time.
Blaine signing up for a 1-year subscription. Blaine, thanks a lot. Kane with a Z-serve. Jack. Oh, wow. Oh, and an avoidable's called. The only thing worse than getting hit with the ball is getting hit and losing the rally. As Jack nearly rolls out the left kneecap of Kane Waselenchuk.
That's a good call by Charlie Pratt.
Jack showing some emotion. Yeah, showing some emotion there. Had a big chance. Couldn't capitalize. Can he get a side out here?
Fourth
the
match
best
point
player
for
in the world.
Waselenchuk.
Make it into the finals. 10-7 down the line. Jack right to Kane. Kane flips it. Jack goes to the right-hand side. Kane up top. Jack comes back off the back glass and puts the ball down. It almost looked like it skipped. No skip call. 7 serving 10 once again. This place is going to come unglued if Jack can pull this game out.
A little pressure now on Waselenchuk. Let's see how he handles this, Nick.
Oh, a skip ball is called.
Great comeback by Huczek, not for nothing.
Yeah, Huczek was down 10-3. Now he's at 10-9, 9-10 rather. 9 serving 10. High Z. Kane cuts it off down the line. Jack's right there, goes up top. Kane shoots from 35, goes cross court. Jack right back to the other side. Kane down the line, no cross court. And Jack from the knees goes up top. Kane off the glass. Into the right hand side. Jack's there but leaves it up. Kane wants a hinder, and a hinder is called. A side out, avoidable hinder called. Wow! Jack is not happy about that call. Has battled back from 10-3 at 10-9. Had a big opportunity 2 times in that rally.
What was that call?
And comes up short. An avoidable hinder call when Jack was serving. Puts Kane back in the box, serving for the match for a 5th time. 10. Serving 9. Down to the left-hand side. Jack leaves that up. Kane for the match. And there you go. Kane holds on and wins in 3. 11-3, 11-7, 11-9. Kane is in the finals tomorrow at noon. It's a rematch from San Diego. It's a rematch from Terre Haute. Will it be a 5-gamer? We will see. The